Are we going to have Imagine Dragons playing?
Oh, man.
Probably not, no.
We won't need to imagine them.
Alright, let's see. Ooh, sounded a bit loud.
I'm really role-playing here.
You need the music.
Oh, fuck this. Alright, hang on, I gotta switch browsers. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay. While Ben's switching browsers, let's just have a recap of where we were. I'm in a temple
Alright, let's
studying.
have a recap. So, Hector the Well Endowed went into the temple and spoke to the High Priestess, Hela, and together they went to her study to do a bit of research into skulls
He did.
and things like that. We had
Dig research.
Revan, Balthazar, and Rishlin, who headed off to the markets. None of them could speak Elven. They had a hard time trying to talk to anybody. Looked at some weapons and a few things, and they stumbled upon a magic store. They spoke to a guard and got pointed towards a magic store where they met a dim-witted elf who lifted a small gnome up onto the bench top and introduced himself. And then we had Din and Thorag, who headed off to Harp and Arrows, and had just walked into there where we left off. This is all taking place in the city of Falun, the borders of the Coalescent Forest. And that's about it. And then we ran Saphirinus. Oh, I say that? Saphirinus.
Saphirinus.
Thorag ran Saphirinus' one shot and brought her up to speed with everybody else. So I think we're just going to take the game from here. Where to begin?
At the beginning.
What? We're not at the beginning though.
Well, in the primordial soup, there were some bacteria.
Is this in universe lore, or are you just what?
I'm just recapping the start of the universe, just in general.
It's not proven though, Todd.
I was just wondering. I was wondering if this is like, is this the beliefs of the what's his name? Your god?
Oh no, the belief of my god is that one day he got erect and a mountain appeared.
Bahamut once farted and created the universe. There you go.
And then he liked how mountains looked, so he decided to repeat the process across the land.
Love it. 10 out of 10 creation story.
Canon now.
It is canon. If you
And
make
that's
the
how
choice
mountains
right
appeared.
now, it's canon. Alright, so
And what's the white stuff on top of cannons?
Hey, it's ways also
Do you need to be told?
Canyons, mate.
Zach, everyone else is louder than you, so we can't.
yeah, I know that. So what you need to do is go to your Discord, click like and subscribe. But yeah, if you turn,
I'm just gonna turn you up.
just turn me up. I'll have to speak into this, but yeah, you can just turn me up.
Oh,
Hey, there we
okay,
go.
yeah.
Oh, that's better.
So it was no one else's fault except Zach's. Don't worry, Nicole.
I don't like this though. I don't know why I have to talk into this. All right. Okay, as everyone knows, they recall just before they left the Lazy Eyes Inn, stumbled a halfling female who was just beaten and battered, and you
And I
basically
left her a present.
What present was that?
It was the sculpted dick that I was carving out in the forest.
And
Okay.
that halfling me.
Anyway, they left her with Martum, the keeper, and that's where Saphirinus' journey ended as well. So we're going to start with her story and try and catch her up to the rest of the group. So Saphirinus, you wake to find yourself in a soft, comfortable bed. You're not too sure how long you've been unconscious for. You're dressed in some clean cotton pajamas, and you lift your top up and reveal the forming of a scar along your stomach. It's covered in ointment and feels warm on your skin. Everything considered, you feel refreshed but starving. You get up and get dressed. You hear someone humming in a room nearby.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Let's say what I want to do.
Well, you're in your room now. You decide what you want to do.
I don't think I'm looking at the same thing as you. Oh, yes, I am. Okay. Yes, I would like to see who is around. I'd like to see who the humming is.
So you control your character,
Oh,
click
okay.
drag,
So,
or use your arrow keys. Oh yeah, there we go.
oh, where's the door? I don't know what to do.
Door, yeah.
Remember, if you up on the top left-hand corner, you can change to the scrolly boy, and then you can move stuff around. So you can just be the cursor, and then you should be able to drag and drop stuff.
Yes, but that doesn't help me find the door.
Oh,
Door, use- yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely
Thank you.
face.
Alright, so I go out the door. Thank you,
Ooh.
everyone. So I go out the
The visual is also just imagine, so you can just say what you want to do.
Well, I want to go and see that who's humming.
All right. So you go around the corner, around the staircase, and or you see this big burly man. He stands before you. And he's over 7 foot tall. Oh, good morning, dear. How are you feeling?
Oh, a bit worse for wear. Oh, sorry. I'm not supposed
No. How are you feeling?
pretty worse for wear, but wanting to get up and about now. Had a rest.
Well, you're walking now. Eric, the halfling lass is awake. Bring some food, will you? And you hear this like clatter, like plates and stuff. And another little halfling runs out this door here. He's like, hello. And he rushes over here, and he places some food on the table, and he just sort of like stands here. He's like, good to see you awake, and then he runs back into the kitchen. And then the big guy sort of like comes over you and he ushers. He says, my name is Martin. You burst in through the doors one stormy night, covered in blood, with a sliced belly. We held you up and put you to bed. This tavern here is the Lazy Eyes Inn. It's in the land it's on. It's owned by a group of young adventurers. Myself and my partner Ulrich have become the caretakers here. Unfortunately, the party has gone north to fulfill their duty to the king. You're more than welcome to stay here and wait for them to return. But they have given me detailed instructions on how you can find them, if you so wish to join. They are good people, and my dear, you seem like you could use some company of friends right about now.
I think that sounds like a pretty good idea. Yes, I'd like to go and find them.
You just jumping straight into it. You're gonna go and find. Okay. This is your story, Sephirinus.
Okay. What do I do?
Oh, you
I
tell
go
me.
out. Well, I'll find it. Oh, I need the instructions to find
Hey?
them. So can I have instructions to find them, please?
So you sure you didn't want to sit down and eat something first?
Oh, I forgot about the food. Yeah, I'll eat the food. Why not? So we go to the table. Will you stop laughing?
What's that racket? Is that Yu-Gi-Oh?
Hope not.
Yeah, it is. So I go to the table and I eat.
Yeah. Okay, so you're eating and you're feeling a lot better, and he's sort of like just standing watching you, smiling. And he's just real happy that you ate.
Yeah.
He's real happy. And he's like, well, if you're ready to go, just follow me, and I'll take you and I'll tell you where to go.
Okay.
And he gently places his hand on your back, and he walks you out the back door of the inn.
Yeah.
And just before you hitch to a pole, you see the mount you rode in on. And it's not an old weather donkey, as you remember, but it's a strong, healthy-looking pony. She's dark red in colour, and it's like a rich wine, and she has a long mane, and it's a beautiful silver. We had her cleaned and fed her for you. She's a good little pony. She took care of you that night. Best you take care of her. What did you say her name was?
Her name.
Oh, it doesn't matter. You've got a long journey ahead. You can think of one as you go. Nah.
Sounds good.
Martin loads up all like the nameless pony with your package and supplies, and adds a bit more food. And he sort of like helps you up on top. And he pulls out a detailed map showing you how to actually reach the Koleska Forest and to meet at the base camp there. And he sort of just like helps you along outside onto the road and waves you goodbye, wishes you good luck and to return safely, and he says to give his best to the boys. And on you go.
Okay.
Now think of a name.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
Hold on. Go now.
Thinking.
Oh, hey, that's us.
Very good.
I'm thinking I'll call it Lagoon. But I got saved from a beach.
We're back in the city of Valuna, and all the guys are here. What we'll do is we'll jump straight into Din, Thorag, and Richland because we left them first last time.
So we're at the temple, yeah?
No, you guys headed to. You asked
Oh, we went
around.
to the
And
tavern.
headed
Yeah,
to
we
Half
went
an
to the
Hour is where you're going to the tavern.
We just went to get drinks because we didn't know what to do.
And then we agreed to meet up there afterwards, didn't we? Although there was that
That's why
name you were
I'm,
talking
I'm
about.
in character.
Okay, so you guys enter through the door of the tavern known as Half an Arrow. And inside you can see like it's a multi-level
Marketing.
tree. And there's sort of like it's quite busy. There's a lot of elves sitting around on tables, and it's like a slight chatter. And the bar is in the middle of this tree, just a nice big round bar. And behind it there is a man, looks like this behind it. He's clearly like the bartender there. So all the furnishings inside are all the same dark as the outside walls were. There's silky velvet blue cushions and silver highlightings. The air smells amazingly fresh with hints of berries. The rooms are lit with chandeliers casting a beautiful light, and the walls and floors are draped with old hunting memorabilia, furs, weapons, and mounted deer heads. They almost look alive. The detail showing the true artistry and respect that the elves have. And in a corner on it's almost like a stage, there's a little stand, and on that stand is like a little silver harp on a pedestal in the corner there. So yeah, there's quite a few elves, nicely dressed, all sitting around, eating, drinking, and the bartender, their sort of thing, in common speaks to you. He's like, "Travelers, welcome, come in, come in. How can I help you?"
Well, you could start with a round of drinks.
And what can I get you? We have, I'm sure you're quite fond of the Oakrest Pale Ale. We have some of that, or perhaps some of the wines we have on offer. We have the Lesca Branco and the Lesca Rosa.
I'll have a beer.
I'll have the Oakrest Ale as well.
It's 20 silver pieces.
Fuck off.
Oh, racking up costs already.
Don't think I have any silver anyway.
Oh, well, I'm sure he can give us change.
He gives you change.
Oh no, wait, I've got like 20 silver and 44 gold. I'm reading that right. Oh no, it's the other way around. Yeah, bronze. Yeah.
Alright.
So he pours out
20 silver, that's a lot. That's a lot for a beer.
20
man.
silver. It is a lot for a beer.
That's a lot for a beer.
It's imported.
Yeah, but it's still...
From the other side of the kingdom.
We now know what they are like at a bar.
He's poured out two beers for you and sat them in. And
Anyway, so it's like 1 gold is 10 silver, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just chuck 2 gold pieces at him.
So he's poured the drinks out, sat them in front, and he's sort of looking at Richland in the background, who's just standing there and hasn't said anything.
Standing there T-posing.
Yeah, he's just too sure what's wrong with him. So he's more just like interacting.
Dad bodies haters.
Talks to you guys. It's nice to see some fresh faces around here. What brings you guys to Faluna?
I'm gonna let you speak, Jim.
I don't remember.
A blight, guys. It was a blight.
Curse of the Forest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was
History check.
What are we looking for? Yeah.
This is why you keep a fucking journal.
I have a journal somewhere.
Yeah,
It's on YouTube. We can just watch the previous episodes there.
I should have done that.
Yeah, should have just watched like. It's been a while.
Watched our
since-
own stream. I would have had to listen to my own voice. I would have hated that.
I would have had to do an hour's worth of Hulk Hogan impressions.
Yeah, I hate hearing my voice and all the other voices.
We're looking for the followers of what's his name? That god.
Hmm.
Someone help me out.
Denala, you're looking for the followers of Denala.
That's
Are
it.
we?
Guts. I've never heard of.
Oh, aren't we looking?
Can I just roll a history check just and then
Yeah,
Zach
roll a
can
history check.
tell us what's going
And
on?
then you tell us what we want.
Try to stop.
Please roll a 1. Please roll a 1.
We literally have a D.
Oh, here we go.
Fucking.
And I'm
drop
also, and I am also positioned.
Far out.
Oh,
Fucking nailed it.
Completely forgot what you were doing.
So we've been in character this whole time. Who fucking knows why we?
Of course. So this guy's asking you what brings you to the city of Faluna. Thorag's looking around. He pulls out a little notepad. It's just got like doodle drawings on it. He's like, and then he turns to Din and is like, He's like, how about you boys sit down and enjoy the sights and come back to me when you're ready.
So what we've learned, Throg still doesn't know why we're here.
I had like a +4, and then I still.
You're nailing it.
Why
We're kind
are
of just
we
along
here?
for the ride, I
Why
think.
are any of us here? Why are you here?
I'm just.
Doesn't it have some
Stop it, let's just go home.
and-
I made it totally switch your character's class.
But I'm proficient in history anyway.
It's still a 1.
I'm proficient in history, but I suck at it.
So you and Din sit down and there's a few elves looking at you guys, but nothing like out of the normal. They're sort of used to it, travelers. And they're all chatting away. They've all got their own little conversations happening, and you and Din just so like rehash what happened. And you guys remember that you came to the city to a demigod that had possessed a woman of types. It was your job to find out where that this deity had escaped to with the and also how to destroy, banish said deity. It was bringing chaos and darkness to the land of Arak, and mostly centered around the forest that you.
Is anyone's audio really choppy?
Nope.
A little bit, but
Hmm. I'll just put up with it.
Did you hear all
So
that?
looking, I can hear you usually.
Is it when I put my stupid fucking mic up here like this?
Yeah, there we can. That's good. Get some sticky tape.
It just looks like your chin strap on your cap. Nailing it.
Alright, there we go.
Engineering 101.
Sir! Alright, you guys slam down your beers and you're like, man, that was tasty. That was well worth 2 pieces each. And
They better be worth 20 pieces.
the guy that you saw behind the bartender walks up with 2 more and he puts them down.
We lost you, Zach, I think.
Food, drinks, and you're more than welcome to. It'll cost you, of course. So will these 2 beers. Thank you. Just pay on your way out. I'll put a tab on for you. But look, if I can help you in any way, just ask. The people here are lovely, except most of them can't speak common. And then he wanders off back to the bar, to sort of like,
Cool.
eye you guys off to see what you guys are talking about.
I don't know. What are we doing? What do we want to do?
Well,
Like-
I reckon we should probably go to the High Court. See if we can.
See what
maybe
see
drop
what
him
old
anything.
what's up down
Actually,
here? See
Are
what
we all
Hector's up
like
to.
all out at the High Court?
Because I don't know. Like I just wanted a beer because I was sick of elves already after being here for 20 minutes.
Well, that's what we need to like find out about this deity bitch, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Not deity bitch, deity bitch.
So
So I'm just going
no one
through
seems to know anything about the demigod.
It was,
Was it the Scuts? Is that who we're trying to deal with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Leska. Wasn't it?
Leska's only sort of related.
Oh yeah, let's go. Yeah, Hilden. Okay. Hilden Orgy Spanish is realm of beast and domination. And okay, so we basically.
I can't even remember why we came into the forest now.
So this Scux person. is possessing this elf chick. Is that correct?
It looked like a when you saw her, you heard a female voice, and when you saw her, she sort of had like dark purple face and dark black eyes, and that's all you guys can remember.
Okay.
The image is pretty burnt into
And
your
so-
brains pretty clearly.
And so, what was she? What is she? Hang on, sorry. What was her name again?
Leska.
Were we looking? We were looking for something when we came in here. Or wasn't? I don't think it was this.
I think it was
What?
just to ask. If
Were we going for the king something rather?
Who's the? Hang on. Who's this person? Like,
Which
Who's
person?
who?
This is
Denala.
what happens when you don't read after what happened last time, and it's been 6 months since we
Yeah.
played.
Yeah. Yep.
You keep notes and you read them just before. That's what
Yeah.
I did. I watched the whole session again.
Did you?
Oh.
Oh man, I wish
Well, I
I
had to.
I just kept notes.
All
I
right,
forgot
Todd.
about my notes. Just got them.
So you don't have
Who's
any.
being possessed?
Okay, so
I reckon we go find Hector. And see what he's found.
Yeah,
'Cause he
okay,
went to the
let's
high
go
court.
find Hector.
Once we finished our
Yeah.
beers.
Hector
Yeah,
has
okay.
gone into. Oh, you guys don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Well,
We just know he went. We know.
he went somewhere else.
There's a lot of chatter happening in Harp
Famine.
and Arrows.
Can I hear anyone saying anything interesting?
If you were to listen to certain conversations, you may possibly pick up some whispers and what people are saying.
What do So I listen in to people around me for interesting chatter, like whether anything weird's been happening in the forest or anything strange happening.
Yeah, roll a perception check.
Perception. 4. There we go. What do I percept?
20.
So you've actually heard quite a lot with your little elf ears, and you've sat down and you've had a. And you listen out and you hear quite a lot of chatter. A lot of it's like people who have just come here to sort of get back to nature. A lot of that is because it's sort of like a holiday city almost for elves. But there's a few things that poke out at you that you hear. one thing you hear a rumor about, sort of like the High Priestess has gotten to the age where she's meant to be stood down soon, and is going to be replaced. And some people are, some people are upset, some people are happy. So it's two people discussing how they feel about the situation. You've also heard about scouts that have been left for Luna, like scouts from the barracks that have left for Luna, the city, and they've just gone missing. No one knows where they've gone. They haven't said anything. They've just gone. So you've overheard conversations from the scout. There's a few like Overwatch scouts sitting down talking, and they're talking about how their buddies have gone missing and they don't know where they are. And you've also picked up a rumor there's a hunter, a really drunk hunter, and he's sort of sitting in the back and he's sipping on like his wine, and he's talking to like a younger elf about this beast man that he saw in the forest.
Beast man?
Is years back. He's a beast man, and he
Beast.
a beast man, and he has like vines growing all over him. He's like a wilderness beast man, and he's saying how he tried to shoot him with an arrow, but he couldn't. And this guy's completely wasted, and this young guy's sort of like, oh yeah, cool man, cool story.
Yeah, whatever, man.
And that's about the interesting chatter that you can pick up.
Hmm. And this was years ago.
Which one?
The hunter.
Yeah, he's sort of like reminiscing about like let's say 5 years ago there was a beast man.
Okay. Should we ask about the? So I'm gonna relay to Thorag the interesting things that I've heard.
Yep.
So that he knows what's up. And should we ask these scouts anything? Maybe. See if they have anything to say. Like.
Probably.
Like what parts of the forest are people going missing in? That sort of stuff.
Yeah. And well, there's probably no real point asking them if they actually know anything about.
Yeah, 'cause no one seems to know anything about Skux.
Yeah.
So I forget
So
what the order that was following him was called.
It was.
I don't know if we actually know their name either. There's just some cultists.
Yeah. Well, it's in the appearance followers, cults, fans of the apocalypse. People not all there. Okay.
Order of Silas.
Detail.
No, the Order of Silas. That's not it. Order of Silas is the group of Kingsmen for
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oakrest.
I wrote that down too.
I mean, I can't think what else because we're here on King's mission to find and stop Skux. Is that right?
I thought it was to find out what's going on in the forest.
I think they're all intertwined. We stop Skux and we stop the spread of evil, because it sounds like this Skux person, because Skux is possessing the High Priestess.
Not this High Priestess.
The
I don't
Haila.
think.
No.
I think it's a High Priestess, not the.
Oh.
A. I reckon we just need to start finding out what part of the forest people are going missing in. Are those two scouts Elven?
Yeah, everyone pretty much inside Harp and Arrows is Elven.
I mean, I'm just gonna ask them, I guess, that whatever language they're more comfortable with. Like, what parts of the forest are people going missing in?
Alright, so you go up and you approach these two scouts who sort of... They don't
Maybe
look too happy. They don't
Maybe I
look too
offer to buy
happy.
them a beer because I'm not very charismatic. Or
Yeah.
a drink.
Yeah, so you summon over the bartender and he sort of comes over and you buy a round of beers for yourself and the 2 scouts. You sort of leave Thorag sitting there on it by himself, drinking, and you sit. Where is he? Can you hear Din?
I'm still here.
Okay, so you sit down. You're like, oh boys, what did you say about Well, you're the
Couldn't help
character. You tell
overhearing.
me. Yeah, you tell me what you said.
Couldn't help overhearing that you've had some scouts go missing in the forest. And we're looking for something evil in this forest.
One of them.
Is there anything? Sorry.
No, you go. You finish.
Have you noticed anything about these disappearances that they have in common?
Thanks for the beers. It's been a rough week. Actually, a lot of the guys from the barracks have been going missing. They've been doing scouting missions up north and disappearing. No one, but it's not all the time. It's not automatically everyone's going up there going missing. It's just in waves, dribs and drabs over the last couple of months.
But it's always north.
It always seems to be the guys going north of the city. And they're like, a few of our buddies went, we haven't seen them. And they're not the type of person to just go missing.
Especially an elf in the forest.
Yeah, I can't imagine they got lost or, we hold our own in this forest, There's not many things here that can kill us. I mean, going north is a lot deeper, but they know the limits. They know not to go too deep into the forest.
Hmm.
And,
What's Is there anything in that part of the forest, or is that just something strange been happening up there?
Look, I haven't been up north myself. I hold eastern watches. Look, if you go to the barracks, there's is the Lieutenant Colonel Reese Adrian. Talk to him. He's in charge. He might be able to give you a bit more details of what's been happening. Look, I'm just here with my friend and just trying to, I don't know, make sense of what's been happening.
Fair enough. Well, I'll leave you 2 boys to your drinks. I assume
Thanks.
they're boys.
Yeah, they're men. They're like, thanks, son, and they sort of like.
Even
grab
though
you.
I'm far younger than them, most likely.
Yeah, they're older, sort of like middle-aged sort of dudes.
Thanks, little boy.
They sort of like just grab you on your shoulder and just thank you for your kind words and wish you all the best.
Cool. I'm gonna go tell Thorag what I've learned.
Yep.
Basically that Reese Adrian might have more information for us. And that we have, I assume we introduced ourselves and we have their names, so we can say these guys mentioned you. So at least we sound.
Let's say you did.
Yep.
The
Like we're not just harassing the commander for no reason.
Colonel Lieutenant, you mean?
Yeah, I remembered that.
Their names were Intervar.
Ent?
Intervar. INTEVAR.
Hang on, sorry. My audio keeps cutting out.
INTEVAR.
TV. Yeah, Intervar.
Intervar and LARM. LLARM.
LLARM. Great names. Cool. Should we go talk to this dude? Do you think, Thorag?
Yep, let's do it. See what we can find out.
And as soon as you guys start to walk out of the bar, the bartender stops you. Boys, wait! Wait, you gonna settle the bill now or
I already
later?
paid him. I already paid that motherfucker.
And he corrects you because you had a second.
Oh,
Ale.
right. Okay. I suppose I will.
And Din needs to pay for 4 more.
Yep. I pay for. I didn't drink. Did I? I didn't drink that other one because I didn't ask for it. So that's on him. But I'm happy to pay for the other 2 drinks.
Roll a persuasion check.
Ooh.
I don't remember what persuasion goes under.
Oh,
Well, man, I have no bonus on that.
And he says, okay, fair game. He says, look, if you boys need anywhere to stay, the prices here for the rooms are quite, they're alright, you can pick the ones you want, so if you're planning on staying a long time, feel free to come back.
how much are the rooms?
We'll
Just
keep that in mind.
The prices vary depending on how elaborate. They range from 2 gold to 20 gold pieces per night. Weekly rate will cost you a total of 5 nights.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Hmm.
Radio. Oh, can I ask him before we go? Ask him. So the harp and so I asked him what's the harp and arrows. Oh, that's where we are now, isn't it? Sorry.
Yep.
I want to know so where is the person that we're going to be going to go save? Where is he located at again? A market. No, 2. Right, thank you, barracks. Oh, okay. No worries. Well, I won't ask him anything. Then I'll just say, did you want to swing through, catch up with Balthazar and Revan, tell them what we found out, have a look, see if there's anything worth buying, and then head over there?
Yeah, we may as well pick them up on the way.
Yep. Okay. Someone's probably better go get Hector. Well, no, oh yeah, Rushlin, go get Hector.
So Richland sort of like doesn't acknowledge you, he just wanders off. Alright, so you guys start sort of like making your way through the passageways of Faluna, and you know it's getting pretty dark at the moment. Because you guys got here in late afternoon sort of thing, so it is getting a bit dark. You guys sort of make your way over to the markets and have a look, and we'll just go straight to Balthazar and Revan at the moment. So last time you guys were there, Balthazar, you and Revan walked into the magic store, and there was this dim-witted elf, and he was like, and then you tried speaking to him and stuff, and he just had no idea, and he pulled up like this little gnome and sat him on the bench in front of you. And he's like, "Hello, how are you?" And that's where we left you.
Good. How are you? What can you do?
Ah, very good. And I'll show you what he looks like. Starters. It looks like this.
Aw.
Sick.
He's like, "My name's Kasula," and he's like, I am a tinkerer and a magic shop.
Ah. Can you tinker
How
anything
can I
cool?
help you?
Have you got anything cool about that?
There is lots of cool stuff here, man. And he's sort of like showing you his wares. He's like, look, and he's picking things off the shelves, and you're not too sure what they are to begin with. But basically the things that he has for sale. He brings your attention to some potion. He's like, I have potions.
Ooh.
He's like showing you these. And he's got some all these other magical items here. And so the potions he explains to you, there's a potion of he's got potions of healing. He's got potions of climbing. He's then he takes you over and he's got these. They've got slippers of spider climbing. He calls them. A ring of mind shielding and an ever-smoking bottle. And he's like, "These are my creations." He's like, I will sell them to you if you.
Yeah, sure. What's the price range here?
It goes from 40 gold pieces to around 20,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, right. Look, I'll have to sleep on it, but I might just have to leave it for now. On the off
Okay.
chance, Do you happen to know what's going on in the forest at the moment?
I haven't heard many things about the forest. I know there are some people going missing.
Are they?
Scouts going missing.
Are they?
Yes. The patrols. They're doing patrols, and some of the boys aren't coming back from their missions.
Oh, that's no good. Is that... Where's that happening? Is there anyone I can speak to who would have more information?
Well, if it's anything to do with the scouts, you best go see Reese Arden at the barracks. He runs the joint.
Well, who, sorry?
Reese.
Reese.
Colonel Lieutenant Reese Arden.
What accent does this guy have?
As Nomish, duh.
Does he happen to speak Common, Dwarvish, or Draconic?
He's speaking common to you right now.
No, I meant the Colonel Lieutenant.
Ah, the Colonel. He speaks common.
Ah, good. Excellent. Well,
As well as Elvish. He speaks a range of languages.
yes, well, he only speaks one that I can speak, so we'll have to manage in that. On the off chance, I'll have to keep you in mind for later on when these items come to more use, but right now they are a bit beyond my price range. But thank you kindly
Yeah.
for the help.
If you need any magic items looked at or created or anything tinkered with, you come back to me.
Oh, of course.
My assistant Boff here will help you.
And if I happen to spread your name across the continent, does that come with the friends and family benefits and discounts?
I'll think about it.
Oh, come on.
Always,
you know you want
always
to.
interested in spreading my wares far and wide.
You know how it works. You rub my back, I'll rub yours.
Ah, you've got a very big back though.
Oh, well. Comes from
Doesn't
having
seem
a-
quite fair.
Well, I'd go easy on you. Alright, well, thanks for the help. I'm going to go find this Colonel Lieutenant. After I find my friend.
You're welcome.
Thank you, kind sir.
Goodbye. And Revan this whole time is sort of like standing behind you, and he's
Oh, yeah, him.
he's he's always got a dark look on his face, but he seems particularly like lost in his own mind. He's not paying too much attention. Seems like he's really deep in thought at the moment. Just standing there with his arms crossed and really doesn't want to talk at the moment.
Revan, you keep talking him down. I'm going to go catch up with the boys.
Revan ignores you and he sort of just follows you guys. And so Thorag and Din have all like stumbled upon the markets, and you've all met within like the small little square where there's all of the flags and stuff hanging over, and there's still the music going on. Everyone's still feeling pretty good. Most people in the whole city have had a few drinks in them, and yeah.
Alright, I assume by this stage I've caught up with Thorag and Din as I leave the shop.
Yeah, so as soon as you exit, you guys all meet like the market
Ah,
square.
boys, I found out some information. We need to go speak to the Colonel Lieutenant. Apparently scouts have been going missing.
We heard that too.
Ah, we're onto something. I guess we make our way towards...
Let's do it.
We make our way towards the barracks.
Yep.
And I'm going to let Din go first, because it's probably a little bit weird, the Dragonborn going in first.
Yeah. Even though I'm not perhaps the most friendly with elves. Has Richland had any luck finding Hector? Do we know?
How am I gonna run this? Richland is sort of you guys may not know this, but Richland is trying his best. He's pretty good at getting into hidden spots and stuff, but he's made his way inside the temple, and there's the doors there that go up to where Hector is gone. But he can't get in. He's tried picking the lock. He tried hiding under a box and waiting for someone to come through and sneaking through. Nothing's really worked. Richland hasn't really found an opportunity to get into the library. It's pretty well under lock and key. So he's
Damn
sort of wanders back after you guys have had your thing, and he's met you halfway.
Cool.
And he's he sort of comes over to you guys and he's like, I'm gonna just go back to the tavern for the night. I'm gonna call it a night and go and get a room.
Rad. Alright. So we walk into the barracks.
So
And-
you're walking towards the barracks and it's big, multi-story, sort of like tree. It's got like big torches on it and stuff like that. It's made to look, I guess, aggressive and defensive sort of thing. Like it's a military building. So you walk inside and on the ground level there's not too much, and Din, you're all in a party. Din, you sort of like talk to a few of the guys and guards down the bottom, and they sort of point you that if you want to go see the Colonel Lieutenant, that you have to go up to the top level and just go and talk to him in his office. He's free at the moment, and you're more than welcome to go up and talk to him.
Is that all of us are willing to go? Or just Din? I'll go with Din if he's going up.
He said it's an open door policy. You guys
Okay.
can go up if you want, but it's dependent how many people go.
I'll go with Din if I can.
I guess everyone can come if they want. Let's do it. I thought you were drinking straight cordial there for a second.
No, I watered the shit down.
Oh man.
That'd be rough.
Yeah, hard. Yeah. Cool. We go in and we find the man, the Colonel Lieutenant, and
Alright, so you're all going
say-
together?
yeah.
Yep, alright. You're taking charge then, Din. What's happening?
I guess so. We go in and to his office, I guess, and we say, "Yo." Well, I say, "Yo."
Wonderful ways
In Elven.
to greet a person.
So
Well, you know.
Salutations.
My
Before you
charisma's
do,
not very high.
Yeah, you've made it abundantly aware.
No, Din, you meant to greet them friendly. Hello, kind sir. How are you?
Male elf, and he seems like quite, like well on. He's about, I don't know, elf years, 400. He looks like he's had some experience, but he's got a straight light brown hair, and he's got this armor, and it's all like nice leather armor, and with green ornamental plate armor on top.
And he runs the Brax.
The Brax, yes, he runs the Brax.
Yep.
That was a very quick little thing for me.
Yeah, there's a few.
Anyway,
spelling in.
gentlemen, welcome to Faluna. Thank you for abiding by our policies here.
Is he speaking Elven or Common?
He is speaking Common because he sees that Thorag Balthazar behind.
Hello, how are you?
Sorry to interrupt you.
I'm good. It's always nice to see unfamiliar kind faces. Yeah, how can I help you guys?
Din?
I might let everyone else do some talking because I'm not super comfortable in a Elven barracks.
Hi, we've heard some scouts have been going missing in the forest. We were...
Yes, look, it's not a hidden knowledge at the moment. It's been happening for quite a while, and look, I'm going to be blunt with you. A lot of my men have gone missing, and I don't know where they are. They've all been disappearing on the northern scout routes, and I've got no one telling me where they've gone missing or what's happened to them or.
Where have they not gone missing?
Well, look, it all seems to be coming from the north. That's where they're all. All my other scouts from the east, south, and west of Faluna are coming back.
Out of interest, have any of them ever returned, or have all of them gone missing? Has there been any survivors?
So they'll always disappear in groups. So maybe every 4th or 5th group will go missing, but there'll never be someone coming back from one full group.
Right.
So there's been no one to
Talk.
tell us what's actually happened.
Right.
So I'm not sure whether they've gone AWOL or they've been snatched up by the ever-growing darkness that's surrounding the forest.
The ever-growing darkness?
But, well, there's the darkness that's surrounding the forest at the moment. Brought on. I know you feel it. All of you feel it. It's happening.
How long have they
We
been
just don't know
happening
what
for?
it is. A couple of months now.
Do Did anything happen before that happened?
I think I imagine.
Can't rightly say.
When we were in the Temple of Denala and we saw Skux come into our world, I think, is that what happened? Was it around that time?
He's got no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But like when we know when that time was, I don't exactly know how much time's passed because I don't think we.
It's only been a couple of weeks. at
So
least.
I just want to
No.
ask if it was around
Let's say
that time.
it's been 2 months.
Oh,
Okay. So longer than since we saw that cultist thing.
Hey. No.
When
So
we went-
it was two. Let's say in our world, it's been 2 months since all of you got captured by the cult.
2 months?
Yes.
Okay, so about the same amount.
so this has been
Yeah,
happening
about the
since-
same amount of time.
Right.
Yep.
Are you offering up any kind of bounties or rewards in terms of if we were able to go in and solve the problem?
Look, what can I offer you? Look, if you go in and you can find out what the issue is, I'll send some of my scouts with you, of course, to escort you up north. If you can have a look there, find out what's happening, then return, tell me what the problem is, and I'll give you all 10 gold pieces each and a free night accommodation here at Harp and Arrows.
And then if we
pretty good deal.
solve the problem?
Sorry?
And then if we solve the problem?
Well, I'll leave it up to your best. It's up to you, depending what the problem is. Look, if you can solve the issue while you're there, then I'm all for it. But I need to know what the issue is first before I can determine whether you solved it or not.
Are we able to send the messages back with your scouts?
Yes, by all means, if you want to send them back here, let me know what's happening. But look, if there is if it's a beast or beast that's killing them, then I'll give you an extra 5 each if you kill it and bring back proof.
Cool.
But I have a sneaking feeling that it's a bit more complicated than just a beast killing my men off.
Yes, well, we'll have to investigate it all the same by the sounds of it.
Groovy.
Anything to add, guys?
It's pretty late in the day, right?
Yeah,
yes,
I think I need a rest.
What's the time? It's 7 o'clock at night.
What a coincidence. Oh. I guess we leave the barracks then unless Thorag or Din had anything more they want to go over.
Is there anything else that you can tell us before we head into the forest? We'll head out tomorrow.
It's like, well, yes, the scouts will. I'll send my men to meet you early tomorrow morning at the Harp and Arrows. Just let Carmel know that you got free boarding for tonight. He owes me one, so we'll take care of that. Look, there's been quite a few rumors going around about High Priestess Hela and somewhat of a rebellion happening at the moment. He says just be careful about who you talk to about the whole thing. It's a bit touchy at the moment, and there's quite a few people that are siding with her and against her. It's a very touchy subject. Personally, I try to keep this sort of like separate from my work.
Wise decision.
Also, I don't know. There's I guess speculation about a beast man that roams around the forest, said to have vines all over him.
Oh.
Heard about this.
If you bump into this character, it's best you stay clear of him.
We killed an owlbear on the way.
Look, owlbears are easy, my friend. You know, we
harsh.
ride these owlbears to get and eat our breakfast, which is owlbear steak.
Yeah, well, I cooked this sucker, that's for sure.
He's like, but if you see a deformed man and he has skin and hair like vines, it's best to stay clear of him.
Noted.
Hmm.
Is there a bounty on him as well?
No.
Oh.
No, there's not.
I'll just bring
some,
him back alive then.
Some say he's a guardian of the forest. Some say he's a ravenous murderer.
And what do you say?
I'd prefer not to talk about it.
Oh, relative.
I guess we'll just keep an eye out.
For the fine man.
Anyone else got any questions?
Nah, Zach answered. Oh, my last few had answered.
Let's hit the hay then. Apparently we got a free night at the Harp and Arrows.
Ah, yes.
All right.
Should
Unless,
we wait
well,
up?
I suppose we still don't know where Hector is, but
Yeah, I need to go to Hector. Hector did this to himself. He put himself in a private room with a beautiful high priestess.
I mean, I do what I can.
So he's not coming out till the morning. You know that.
Yeah.
What I might do is I'll cut to Sephirinus. Actually, I might hang around with you guys. Then we'll clear up some Hector and Sephirinus story. So you guys basically head back to Harp and Arrows.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, no. Scrap that. Sephirinus. Oh no, what have I done?
Teleportation machine.
No. This is not all happening at the same time.
It's a flashback.
Yeah, it is. So, Sephirinus, you basically
Like The Witcher.
spent, how good's The Witcher? Sephirinus, you spent, about half a week riding your pony up to, the base camp, where you were met by, a bunch of soldiers, and they've greeted you there. You've taken your horse, like your pony, off your hands, sort of thing, and led her away. And, they've basically just told you the scenario of how this group of adventurers has gone into the forest in search of, like what plagues the kingdom at the moment. So they've given you directions, and they told you your best bet is to try and head to the elven city of Faluna, because they've received word that that's where the adventurers have reached. So you've entered the forest, and as soon as you step inside, you've felt absolute hopelessness and despair. Like you feel just horrible. So you feel really lost, and you're wandering around for half an hour, approached by, like, you hear some rustling in the trees behind you, and you look up in the tree, and you see a young elven lady who's covered in leaves and stuff, and she looks like this. Did that work?
Nope.
Nothing popped up yet.
Why isn't it not?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep. And she looks like this. She's sitting up in the trees, and she just does this, and she points up above your head, and there's like a small flock of bluebirds and robins all swarm around. And you look at them, and you turn around and smile back to her, and she's gone. And so you basically stumble your way through this small flock of birds, this like pretty blue and red kind of like swirling flock, and you follow it, and you travel for about half a day, and you come up into it's a large tree with a big opening, and it's like a big door, and you're met by all these other elves. Do you speak Elven?
Let me see. I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Okay. So they basically usher you towards the door, and they're basically giving you the signal that you need to remove all of your weapons and stuff like that to enter. So do you take out all your weapons and put them aside?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah? Okay. Okay, so you just take all of your crossbows and swords and whatever you have, and you sort of lay them down, and they do a check of you of all your magical stuff, and you've placed all that alongside on this table, and they take you up this spiral staircase, and it basically opens up to a big city, and it's now night time, and it looks like this, as you can see. Yeah, can you see that?
Yeah.
Sweet. And they welcome you to the city of Faluna. You've now arrived where the rest of the party is. To give everyone a perspective of time and space, Sephirinus has joined at about 8 o'clock at night. So about an hour after all of you have headed back to the Harp and Arrows.
Did she happen to pass the owlbear?
No. The birds led her directly through the forest to where she needed to go
Ah, god damn.
without any troubles.
Okay. So is everyone else having a?
Well, half of us are chillaxing at the pub. Well, I was halfway until, we cut to you.
So if you want to click and drag your character on.
Ah,
I don't need to yet, yeah?
No.
Cool.
I'm about to cover you in probably 10 minutes.
Cool, I'm gonna cook dinner then while you do that then.
Alright.
so sorry, was that yes or no? You guys a drink or are you in bed?
No, we're just at
Hey.
the pub.
All right.
They're just at the pub. So you've just rocked up to the city. Okay, so we'll go back to the guys at the pub now. So Din, Thorag and Balthazar, you've all joined up back at the pub. You've all stumbled upon there. And you've come across you've gone back in and you've spoken to Carmel. And he's said, yeah, look boys, I do owe the Colonel Lieutenant a favour. I've set you up in the lower price rooms for tonight. But tonight you can stay here and you can all have a round on me. No dramas. Look,
Just
and
one.
make yourselves at home. So you guys are basically having a few drinks, not keeping track of how much you guys spend, but yeah, you're all having a good time, and you're all having drinks, and you're all getting drunk, and you're like, yeah, this is cool. We're all gonna go out and go on an adventure tomorrow.
Fuck some shit up.
Yeah, fuck some shit up. And while this is all happening, Richland's all just standing there dodgy, like not saying anything, not drinking. And Revan's sort of just had his head over his drink, like the whole night, just staring straight into the drink, and he's just, you can see that he's just lost in thought. And
How many times has he cast Eldritch Blast into his drink?
hey,
How many times has he cast Eldritch Blast?
twice.
Nice.
He's just, you guys are getting a real sense that like Revan's usually pretty morbid, but he's just really, really sad at the moment. And he sort of like, he finishes his beer and he just starts to walk out of Harp and Arrows.
Should we check on him? Revan? Revan!
Mummy,
Oh, might be
Mommy.
gone.
So Balthazar, you chase after Revan.
No, I was just shouting out to him, saying if he was going to come around and come back. Yeah, I'll go after him. Fuck it.
Yeah, so he's sort of ignoring, like all of you are like looking at him and calling him back, and he's sort of ignoring it. And you sort of like grab him and
Hey, dude, what's going on?
he jerks around like real defensively, and then he sees that it's you, and he's like, oh, okay, well I won't fuck with this guy. And he's like, I've got some personal stuff to attend to, I've got to go.
We've all got personal stuff, mate. But if you need to do it, you need to do it. If you need any help, just call upon us.
And he gives you a little some gold pieces, puts it in your hand. He's like, buy the boys some drinks.
No, keep it.
And he says, buy the boys some drinks on me. He says, I'll be back in a few days.
Alright.
Thought it was going to be
You
like
come back
that game
safe.
where he's like, I will give you 100 yen to fuck off.
Would not work. You make sure you come back.
Yeah. And
Richland just disappears.
yeah, Richland disappeared.
Straight up gone. No one even saw him leave.
And you guys are all having drinks and you're all having fun, and you know, Balthazar, you bought a round of drinks for the boys, and yeah, Richelin's sort of gone up to his room for the night. And Sephirinus, the young halfling female that you guys saved, walked to Harp and Arrows, and you all sort of turn your heads, and you're like, whoa,
What's that little elf doing here?
what's she doing here?
What's that little gnome doing here?
Saying it to me or saying it amongst.
No, to you and amongst us. Oh, hey, look at the little gnome from the Lady Eyes.
I'm immediately not impressed because I don't like crap. So, but I say I've come a very, very long way, and I've been told that there are some adventurers here that I would fit well with. So I've gone to find them.
Yeah, we're going to kill some shit tomorrow.
So well, that sounds good. I want to say it'll start with don't stop
Legit.
calling me short.
Oh, come on, Mr.
Well,
Frodo.
Yeah.
Sorry, admittedly, I did do that deliberately.
Alright, so you guys basically spend the next couple of hours. Let's say you guys are up until about. Whoa,
10.
where am I echoing? I reckon it's Hector's.
I think that's Todd.
Yeah, same.
I'm here.
Yeah, I know you're here.
We can all hear
I can
you
hear
twice
myself,
over.
Oh.
It's echoing again.
Anyway, you guys spend until 2 a.m. in the morning, and you guys are talking to Sephirinus and sort of like finding out what happened to her, and what you guys have been doing and why you're here. Not that you guys can remember too much, but you're trying to let her know and fill her in about like what's happening and what you guys are all about, and sort of welcoming her, like checking that she's okay and just welcoming her into the group. And you guys are having quite a bit to drink, maybe a little bit too much, but you're just having a good night at the moment. And I'll continue with Hector when he finishes cooking his dinner.
Go.
During it. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So Hector, you spent the whole night, let's say most of the afternoon and night, in this massive library with the High Priestess Hela. You spent hours scouring through sacred texts and scrolls, searching for information on how the demigod Skarks can be defeated.
Mm-hmm.
You really enjoy each other's company, taking occasional breaks to eat some elven delicacies, then drink some wine. And you discuss your personal religious beliefs, and both of you divulge a little of your past and what you hope for your future. You know, you're really connecting on every level.
Yep.
Do you try to make any moves on her
Nope.
during the night?
Not at all.
Not at all? Alright.
No.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm here to research and maybe sneakily learn something that helps me.
Okay. So you've basically spent your whole time just head in the book sort of thing, just awake with her, and you're almost becoming obsessed with finding a way to kill Skucks, because banishing is for pussies, as you so delicately put it last time. And so you sort of like, you look at your sundial and you're like, oh man, it's way past midnight. And you're like, man, I've got to call it quits over the next like couple of minutes sort of thing. And you're about to head off to Harp and Arrows, because you're like, I know that's where the boys are gonna be going.
Yeah.
And as soon as you're like, sort of like on your way out, you saw like down a small dark area of the library, there's a shelving, and so you see a book on a shelf, and it's got its spine upwards, and it's tucked behind some other books, and just like the curiosity and obsessiveness is just like driving you crazy, and you race and grab it, and then you sort of like, you pull it out and you take it to the table where you and Haley are sitting at, and together you're reading through this old black and leather book, and you're flipping through like crazy, you're just reading like as many words as you can, and on one of the pages you see what you've been looking for this whole time. And both of you look at each other and you smile, and she just nods at you, and you rip the page out and you put it in your pocket. and you just like smile and thank her and leave. And I will send you the info on the page.
Love it.
Not that it looks too good in chat, but that's basically what it says.
Okay, that makes sense. I will probably share that with everyone except Revan, because Revan might get psycho.
Oh, right.
Where are we looking? Sorry?
Revan is gone at the moment, so
Not
And-
yeah, I'm talking like Revan is Grover's character, right?
yep.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
But Revan is left for Luna.
Okay, cool.
But which chat are we looking?
Only Todd can say it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Hector, sorry.
So Hector, if you just want to copy and paste that to everyone, if you're willing to share and it out. So
The caveat is, don't show this to Revan, because he will lose his shit.
Right.
Brother.
That won't kill it, mind you. Maybe we can't kill it.
No, but the downside is that, like, we're going to have to off, like, Revan's possessed, like, Paramore, and he's, like, going to be like, nah, fam, don't want to do that.
I mean, he's a tiefling. He might understand.
Yeah, or he might try to stop us.
Yeah, Revan's probably going to see this too, by the way. Like, not in game, but out of game he will.
it's alright, I can delete it. You guys all read that? So basically, you're all at Harp and Arrow thing, and it's getting to like really early morning. And most of you decide to call it a night, sort of with this gloomy information that you guys have received. And you guys spend the night there. So that's a short rest. Let's take a bit of a break now, just so people can stock up on snacks, drinks, toilet break, and be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Hector, how long do you need to cook dinner?
I'm literally in the kitchen cooking it.
Right, I'm
How
gonna-
long? How long do you need to finish it?
It's in the oven, it's just chicken palmies.
Yummy.
Mm.
Alright, I'm gonna be back in 5 to 10.
Right, I'm
Everyone
going to
take a
pause the
break.
stream.
Alright.
Very good.